spend a whole lot of time with announcements. I just want to draw your attention to your bulletin, let you see the events that are going on. Here's your last reminder as far as Sunday goes. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday is our first annual Orrville Cook-Off. That will be at 6 o'clock over at Hayes. Y'all know the details by now, I hope, but if not, we will be having a good time of fellowship. It'll be a fun event. Bring your best dish, your signature dish, ready to be served at 6. We will vote on those by whoever gets the most money. $1, one vote. That money will go to BBS. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a really fun time. I don't want to take up more space than I need to this morning. Today's Memorial Day. It's a solemn day. It's a day that we celebrate those who have fought for us, who have perished for us, who have fallen for our freedoms. There's a quote by Mark Twain that's gotten a lot of popularity over the years. It says the following: patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserts it. Now, as Christians, we believe scripturally that we support our government. We pray for our government in all things. But what that quote means to me, when I hear that quote, when I read that quote, we have men and women who have gone before us, and it didn't matter about their party line. It didn't matter what their thoughts were on the war. It didn't matter what things were happening in the world. It didn't matter about differences they may have with one another. All those things were secondary. Most importantly was supporting their country to the point they would fall, perish for our country. That is special to all of us, and I have trouble coming up with words for that because I can't quite grasp the reality of it. Today we honor those who have fallen for our freedoms. And we thank the Lord for our country. We thank the Lord for those who have been put in place and those who have given their lives to protect those freedoms.
Now, if you would, let's bow.
I was in a, I don't know what they call it, a class program. It was called Launch. I still don't know what that means. I don't know how I got in, honestly. I'm a slick talker. That might have had something to do with it. I don't know. But we had a lot of perks, and we got to get out of class a little early and do fun stuff. And it was good. But we got really good news one day. We were told we were going to take a trip to D.C., to Washington, D.C. I mean, I was so excited. Never been to D.C. Always wanted to go. And this is sixth grade, but I was still looking forward to it. Couldn't wait. So we go to D.C., and all our classmates were there, and like we did it all. We went to the White House. Well, we went to the gate, surrounded the White House. I looked from a distance. God, I was in sixth grade. Who was that? Was that Clinton? Doesn't matter. Either way, we didn't see whoever it was. Lincoln. Thank you for fighting the Revolutionary War. But we got to do all the sightseeing. We saw the Washington Monument. We did see the Lincoln Monument. Saw all Abe sitting on this throne. It was incredible to see all this in person. I've always wanted to. And then there were some other things we saw in D.C. that I had a very difficult time with. Two stand out to me that gave me a sense, an emotion, whatever you want to call it, that I wasn't really familiar with. Even as a sixth grader. I mean, I'm a kid, and I still wrestled with this feeling. There were two sides. The first was the tomb of the unknown soldier. So we went to the tomb, and if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. There's always guards around the tomb. We were able to go at a time when there was an exchange of guards. They were changing out. And so, sixth grade me, who is a class clown, among other class clowns, go to the tomb. I had no sense to make a joke. I couldn't bring myself to find any humor in that situation. It was solemn. It was quiet. And we see this tomb, and we see these men exchanging chips. And it was just, you could hear a pin drop apart from them instructing one another. And there was just this sense that I'm so honored to see this. This is such an honor. Even for a sixth grader, I still could feel this is an honor for me to be here. And at the same time, I had a sense that told me I don't deserve to be here. I mean, even as a young child, I said, why should I be allowed to even view this? This is a whole new level of commitment that has happened here, what this represents. I don't know that I'm supposed to be here. Just an odd feeling. The second similar feeling was the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall. If you've gone in person and seen that, can you raise your hand? I apologize. If you ask anyone else who's seen that, I don't, again, I have hard time coming up with words for that. You can see pictures of it and you say, it's kind of big. And then you go to it and you say, this is huge. And there's just name after name after name after name. It's just an ongoing list of people who have been killed in action, who have gone missing in action, some of which were never recovered. It's so incredibly humbling to witness that. And then along, and by the way, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Along the way, you see monuments mixed in, you see statues mixed in. It's just an incredible sight to behold. And a lot of times you'll see people take pieces of paper and they'll hold it against the names because you can take a piece of charcoal or a pencil and you can etch over it. So you can get that person's name. And I still remember vividly, I remember seeing a veteran doing that. I didn't go to approach, and I said, did he find the name of someone he knew? And I had all these questions. And again, this same exact thing happened. I said, I shouldn't be here. This is, I like seeing this, it's an honor, but why should a measly old little sixth grader be here? And even though a sixth grader can in this, I remember saying, I haven't done anything that requires this type of commitment. I haven't served my country in this type of way. I'm not sure I want to come back here, to be honest. It's a very odd feeling. Because you know you want to see it. You want to see the incredible nature of that monument. And at the same time, I kind of never want to see it again. I can't explain that. Other than I know I have not committed that same type of commitment that those fallen men and women have. It's just an amazing, amazing thing to see. There's almost this kind of guilt, I would say. And I still struggle with it when I see veterans in person. If I see a veteran out in public, and if they have some type of clothing that lets me know they're a veteran, I try to make a point always to thank them. And I don't get real starstruck. I'm not a real nervous person. I don't really kind of fumble over my words when I'm talking to people. But with veterans, my voice might crack a little bit. And I'm usually really good at maintaining eye contact, but with a veteran, I might kind of say, thank you for your service, sir. I really appreciate it. I just have a really difficult time because I can look and I can say, I don't know what your commitment level is like, because I can't even fathom what that's like. Because I have not served my country the way that you have. And so I walk away thankful when I meet a veteran, but I also walk away saying, that's a whole new brand of commitment that my world knows nothing about. I don't know a single thing about what that kind of commitment level is. As we go through Acts 5 this morning, I think you're going to see a little bit of a parallel with this type of commitment, with an understanding of what the kind of this commitment level means. And you're going to see a whole lot building into Acts 5. We're going to start in verse 12 this morning. But you're going to see a lot of things going on, and with this element of commitment, you're going to see different facets of it. You're going to see perceptions. You're going to see consequences to this commitment. You're going to see the fears that rise out of this commitment. You're going to see reactions that come out of this type of commitment. And so if you would, turn with me to Acts chapter 5. We're going to pick up in our story right where we left off. If you were with us last week, we had a very humbling... Sunday was very difficult for me, last Sunday, morning and night. We talked about sin entering into the church. That night we talked about church discipline, which many people hear that and they think that's a bad thing. It's actually a very loving thing that church discipline exists. It should be an act of love, not an act of judgmental or unrighteous judgment. It's a righteous judgment that we should be taking part in. And so we're not a church who overlooks sin. We're not a church who doesn't care about sin, because we serve a God who cares very much about sin. He's very interested in sin, to the point that he hates it. Likewise, we should be people who hate sin. It should be as natural as breathing that I hate my own sin. And if there's days that I'm waking up and not waking up and saying, how can I kill my sin today? Something's wrong. Because as Christians, that's exactly what we should be doing. How can I kill my sin today? Knowing that it's already been paid for. That the Savior has already come for us. So let's open up in verse 12 and we'll go quick. At the hands of the apostles, many signs and wonders were taking place among the people. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's portico. First thing I want us to see this morning, God values strength over size. You see this throughout the scriptures. You can immediately think of food. What Old Testament story? Where size didn't matter. David and Goliath, thank you. This one right there, you see it already. It's not about the size, and that's just one example, but the best news about this kind of strength we're talking about, it's not man-made strength. It's the strength that comes from God. And so we saw last week that sin had crept into the church, but guess what? It doesn't stop the movement of God at all. Because what happens in verse 12, you see it already, it's just picking right back up. The apostles are still taking part in the signs and the wonders that are going on. The church is still moving. The sin that crept into the church was dealt with, has been purified, and the church moves on. Going about the business of the Son, doing the work of God. Through the coming of the Spirit in the name of Christ, they were healing, they were doing amazing things, and people were still coming from all over to witness what was happening. What's going on with this church? It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. And so people can't stop joining, and there's also people who can't stop looking at it. They're just constantly coming up. And what is this the Spirit is doing in this church? What is happening? Numbers constantly being added, but
the purity of the church. It's the health of the church. It's the strength of the church that's important. This sounds like something we've talked about a lot recently. There's good reason for that. There's a lot of text that points us to it. God is very much interested in the purity of His church. And so it has not so much to do with all the amazing signs and not the things that were being done and all these incredible witness encounters. It's the strength and the health of the church that's most important. Understand that. Look at the end of verse 12. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's portico. It translated, they were all of one mind. All of the people were of one mind. They were on the same path. They were on the same road. Their purpose, their mission, they clung to it together as one united body, because that's what they were. One united group with the task before them, and they were all moving in the same exact direction. One common purpose: glorify God, worship God. Do you remember the lame man from chapter 3 that was healed? Do you remember when we went through that story? Same place. Solomon's portico, same place. And he'd be the one who would dig out the huge, beautiful gates, and then it says that he was healed, and he was sitting with Peter and John at Solomon's portico. Same exact location. Same spot. And so Solomon's portico, or your translation might say porch, it's become kind of an unofficial meeting place for the church. It's kind of like going and having church at a coffee shop. You got various walks of life there, but they might be talking about politics, they might be talking about religion, obviously philosophy of the day, and now the church is kind of gathering there with all the common people. So the church is interjecting themselves into the life of the temple. And they're worshiping and they're glorifying and they're doing amazing signs and wonders. And what's amazing, they were just warned, don't do all this in the name of Christ anymore. And then what do you see happen? They're right back. They're right back doing what they are called to do, to be in church, to worship, all in the name of Christ. And so, while God was adding numbers to the congregation daily, the most important thing with all of this is the purity, the health of the church. So wait, you mean to tell me that God is more concerned with the sins of the church and the size of the church? Yep, absolutely. I don't care if we're a people of 5 or if we're a membership of 500. The numbers, listen up, the numbers do not matter when sin is running lawlessly to the church. It does not matter. This is not a knock on a small church. This is not a knock on a big church. It's not a knock on mega churches. I don't care if you've got 5 people that are obsessed with sin. If there's 5 of us meeting every single Sunday and we're all obsessed with sin, we're no better than a group of 5,000. It doesn't matter. It's the health of the church that's most important. What are those 5 or those 500, whichever one it is, what are they doing? Are they keeping one another accountable? Are they diligently seeking the will of God? Are they praying to be used in Christ's work? We can talk and talk and talk and talk about the things that we talk about, but if we're not doing it, it doesn't matter. Are they of one mind? The big question, are they willing to maintain that health and purity at all costs? Because when we overlook sin and we don't think about being accountable to one another, something's wrong in a major, major, major way. Last week we talked about, or last Sunday specifically, with church discipline, we talked about why we don't hold each other accountable. Why that usually happens. We're usually very embarrassed to talk about sin. We shouldn't be. We shouldn't be embarrassed to talk about sin because we all struggle with it. We all do it just differently, do we not? I might not struggle with the same thing that you struggle with, but by golly, I struggle with something. I promise. We all do. And we should hold each other more and more accountable, but we usually don't because we have 2 words that keep coming up. Sometimes we even say it to each other. A lot of times we hear it from the outside. Judge not. Judge not. Judge not. Judge not. Remember in Matthew 7, here's what Jesus actually said. Do not judge, you too will be judged. And also in John 7, Jesus said, do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. And in these cases, he's almost, if you go back and look, in every single mention, you see the Pharisees close by. You see him mentioning the Pharisees. He's constantly calling out legalism, that type of judgment. In Matthew, just after saying, "Judge not, or you too will be judged," Jesus says the following. First, take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. Just after saying that verse everyone wants to talk about, do not judge. We make judgments all the time. All of us. Constantly. But can we say that we always do it rightly and righteously? Mm-hmm. You may be thinking, sitting down there right now, no, I'm not judgmental. I don't judge anybody. I don't judge people. What if I preached with a t-shirt this morning? What would you do? Would you like it?
Yeah.
No one cares? We do this all the time, though. Sam Garrison makes cheese on his food. I think he's disgusting for that. You gotta have cheese on food. I'll judge him up and down all day for that. It starts with petty little things, but it goes all the way to huge, big things. Those are just funny examples. We make judgments all day long. The question is, are we doing it in a righteous manner or not? Are we making judgments because we love people, or are we making judgments because we want to feel better about people? Or feel better about ourselves? A lot of times we will make judgments on other people in hopes we can put them down so we can build ourselves up. That's unrighteous judgment. Righteous judgment goes up to someone and says, I have struggled where you have struggled, and God has overcome. And so I've hurt with you. And I'll be there for you, and I'll love you. But turn away from this sin. Unrighteous judgment calls someone out of their sin and leaves them alone. Righteous judgment goes to someone and says, you need to stop. But guess what? You're not alone. I'm there with you. I've got my arm around you. I'm not letting you go because Christ has not let go of me. There's some people who don't own Bibles. You may be the only living, walking, breathing Bible to someone out there. There's someone who's never owned a Bible in their life. They haven't opened it up one single time, and you'll sit there and say, here's the Bible, go do it on your own, it's fine. Hurt with people. Be there with people. When you judge, I'm telling you, judge. Do it righteously. Do it with love. Guess what? As a church, we should be doing this among one another. You don't hear that in church very often, but I'm telling you. Make righteous judgments about one another. Hurt with one another. Cry with one another. Build each other up. You have no idea what someone is going through. We can look at faces, and remember we talked about last week, brokenness, we hide it very, very well. When those things are exposed, be there with them. Let them know this is not right, but also let them know you will not go through it alone. Why? Why do we do all this? Because we want the same thing that was happening in Acts 5. To be a people of one mind. To be a people of one accord. To be people on the one path for worship. And because God finds delight in a pure church, brothers and sisters, we do too. We do too. The church in Acts value the work of God. They value the work of God much more than their own motives and much more of their own interests. This is where we get to that element of commitment. You're going to see something interesting happen here. Look at verses 13 and 14. But none of the rest dared to associate with them. However, the people held them in high esteem. And all the more believers in the Lord, multitudes of men and women, were constantly added to their number. Second thing for us to see, following Christ is a commitment to act. It is not an option to observe. There is something special happening in the life of the church, as we've seen in 5 chapters. It continues on. Each time they're together, amazing things are taking place to the point that people couldn't help but come and run and see what was going on. And what's happening right here is that the apostles are performing amazing signs. The congregation is showing this unshakable commitment to worship, to purity, to a sinless church, even though it's not possible. They maintain this commitment to purity in the church. And all of these people are coming around to witness it. They bear witness to it. And so people came to witness, but they didn't dare go near and get in the midst of it. Do you see that? It's very important for us to see that as we go through these verses. People were coming for the show, but as far as getting involved in it, you couldn't dare go near that. And so you might read that and say, well, why would people do that? Why would people go to it but not want to be committed to it? Do you remember what just happened in the church with Ananias and Sapphira? Put yourself in those shoes. I want to see the signs. I want to see the wonders. Look at all these amazing things that are happening. Did those people just drop dead? I'm out. Who's going to be willing to join the church when you just see what type of commitment? This is a brand new life. To be committed to church life, to be committed to one another, to be committed to the worship of an eternal Savior who deserves worship, is to say, I will seek purity at all costs. And I just saw how serious God takes sin with those two people who just literally dropped dead because they lied to the Spirit. You tell me, would you be running to be a part of that? I'd be scared. Why are these people afraid of commitment? Because they saw how serious it was. They saw the life of the church and they said, look at these people. They're all in. People were selling everything they had. A brand new beginning, a brand new life. And they were not going to run in and just jump right in and be a part of this. They would watch from a distance because they were not members of the church. Truly following Christ and wanting to be a part of His people meant they had a new family. They had a new mission. Now listen, this doesn't mean that the church was placing hurdles in front of them. A lot of times we try to do that too. A lot of times we will put man-made hurdles in front of people. Yeah, you can't be a part of our church. You're not good enough. We've done that for years. I don't mean here more. I mean the American church. That's happened. It happens on today. It still happens. We'll put man-made hurdles in front of people and say, you can't be a member of this church unless you meet this requirement, and this requirement, and this requirement. The New Testament church didn't have to put hurdles in front of people. People were not coming on a roll because they saw the light of the church. You see that? They were not told by church members, hey, you can't be a part of this. On their own accord, they said, I'm not going to be a part of that because that means what they're doing is a whole new level of commitment that I'm not ready for. And ironically, over the years, we have kind of made this easy believism in the American church. NASCAR style. Come on in, say the magic words. I now pronounce you are baptized or saved. Now let's get baptized. You're done. Game over. Wash your hands clean. Move on. You're Christian. Back then, the New Testament church, you see what it takes. It's a new mind. It's a whole new birth. There is no false conversion happening in the New Testament church in Acts. There's no one who can come in and hide and say, yeah, I think I got it down, so I'm good. And remember that time I said those magic words and I got the pastor say amen at the end and I'm set. You didn't see that here. You didn't see that at all in Acts. You saw people coming and saying, my life is over. I'm now a part of this. I now follow Christ at all. No matter what happens in life, I'm His, and He is mine. Do you remember the feeling that I said was odd earlier about when I meet enlisted soldiers? Think about it right there. That's where that comes from. I meet enlisted soldiers, I meet veterans, and I say, I want to shake your hand, I want to say thank you, but you know what? I'm not inviting them over for a cookout. You don't see me saying, hey, we're going to go hang out, play laser tag, or whatever it is. You don't see me asking veterans to go do things. Why? Because I don't feel like I should even be in their presence. They've got this whole new level of commitment that I don't know anything about. They have literally gone overseas and served and fought. And I can wave a flag and say I love my country, but my goodness, I have not done near what they have done because I don't share that same commitment. And so there's this apprehension Same thing with the church. People come and they say, that's a whole new level that I'm not familiar with. A whole new level that scares me. And so listen, this all ties together, but if this whole thing was about numbers, talk about strength of the church and the health of the church and what does God value, if this was all about numbers, we can do that. Many people here, take this new pastor and we want to grow the church a little bit. Guess what? If it's just about the numbers, we can grow just like this. I'm telling you, it would not take anything. We can go to the church next week. We can start next week. We probably have double our people. It's easy. It's really easy. You want numbers. Next week we're having a special sermon. Tell all your friends, next week we're having a special sermon. You bring $5, drop it down the offering plate, I guarantee your dreams will start coming true. That must be lined up out the door if we said that. If I told you to go tell your friends that, we'd be packed out. I'm not going to say that because it's not true. I don't tell God what to do. He tells me what to do. Same thing. Next week, bring your pet to church Sunday. How many people be here? We've talked about some of this before. It'd be wild.
Yeah.
But the community would love it too, would they not? People would be coming from, there'd probably be people from out of state that would come down for that. All over the place. The week after that, I'm holding a special raffle. You buy one raffle ticket for $1, you get a 50-inch big screen TV. People will be coming all over the place to be a part of this. The problem is I'm not interested in those things. I'm not interested in the sales pitch. I'm not interested in a gimmick. I'm interested in worship. I'm interested in the purity and the health of this church, not just the soul numbers. Do I want to see numbers here? Of course I do. What I want to see most is purity. Because that's what God is interested in. That's what the Church of Acts was interested in. True commitment. I will take being in the will of God 10 times more, infinitely more, than being about what suits me and what suits you. I am far more interested in His will than my own preferences. I'm far more interested in being the people He wants us to be than being the people that I want us to be. And so as you go through that, you see the church is at work, the people are witnessing it, and you see the church continuing to grow, yes, in health and also in numbers, because they witness something special happening. What is that special thing? Look at verses 15 and 16. To such an extent, they carried out the sick into the streets and laid them on cots and pallets, so that when Peter came by, at least his shadow might fall on any one of them. Also, the people from the cities in the vicinity of Jerusalem were coming together, bringing people who were sick or afflicted with unclean spirits. They were all being healed. We're so tempted to hear that and read through that, and we might start thinking, I need to be like Peter, or I need to be so incredibly important that people will see me and they'll want to flock to me. No, completely wrong. That's not what we get when we read Acts. When you read about Peter and what the people are doing and putting their cots out and they might be healed, it's not about us trying to gain attention for ourselves, to try to be some kind of big shot. It has nothing to do with us. Last thing for this morning, and then when we get to close, is a church that does not show Christ at all. A church that does not show Christ is not a church at all. The people were coming out, they were literally filling the sides of the roads with people who were sick and who were lame, who had diseases, who needed healing. And they were just hoping that maybe just even a shadow of Peter as he walked by might be enough just to help cleanse, to help heal. Now, certainly Peter and the apostles, they were granted this special healing power, but it was only given from the Spirit. It had nothing to do with their own flesh. It was God that was doing this healing. The healing was never done in an attempt to bring glory or honor to the apostles themselves. It was always done to showcase Christ. It was to point to the continued work of Christ. I don't know about you, when I read this scene, it takes me back to, it's in all the gospel accounts. I picked Luke chapter 8. If you want to turn, you're more than welcome, you can just listen. But it reminded me of a scene in the life of Jesus. And a woman who had a hemorrhage for 12 years and could not be healed by anyone came up behind him, talking about Jesus, and touched the fringe of his cloak. And immediately her hemorrhage stopped. And Jesus said, "Who is the one who touched me?" And while they were all denying it, Peter, I love this, Peter's there. Peter said, "Master, the people are crowding and pressing on you." And Jesus said, "Someone did touch me, for I was aware that power had gone out of me." When the woman saw that she had not escaped notice, she came trembling and fell down before him and declared in the presence of all the people the reason why she had touched him and how she had been immediately healed. And look what Jesus says. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." And so you had Peter there who basically told Jesus, "Hey, we got people all over the place. I don't know who touched you. There's no way to know. There's just people all over. There's just no possible way to figure out who it was that touched you and was healed." And this woman is healed by the very simple act of touching Jesus' clothes, his garment. It's not that the garment had some kind of special quality in it. It's the faith that it took for her to reach out because she recognized who Jesus was. Listen to me. When I say she recognized who Jesus was, I don't mean that she saw his face and said, "Oh, that's that guy named Jesus." No, she saw this is the Son of God. And the only answer for this woman was to reach out. And she said, "This is the only way. This is the only possible way. Because he is the Messiah. He is the Christ." So when I say she recognized him for who he was, she saw all of him. She saw Jesus. She recognized his position. So then you take that scene, and you see Peter being the one that was there. And the one who said, "There's no way of knowing who this was, Jesus." And then you fast forward, and now you see it's Peter that's the one that's walking. And it's Peter that's the one that is walking. As people are coming out and putting bodies literally beside the roads, hoping that his shadow will fall. The one who denied and who now is this rock. The one who denied the very Christ is now the one going out and doing the work of Christ. And the one who was there, who saw Jesus, and this woman just barely touched him and was healed, he's now the one walking. The point is not that Peter had all this power, it's that Christ dwelled in Peter. You see the parallel between the two stories. If we're a church who go out and we do things and we're busy and we stay busy, but we do not have Christ, we have nothing. A church that does not point to or show or worship or glorify Christ by definition is not a church at all. And so as you see this story, you see Acts and you see Peter and you see what's happening, you see that everything they did, all facets of life, were performed by people who were committed to being the hands and feet of Jesus. Not just saying that we're the church, but being the church, living it out. If there's ever a day in which the world sees us and they do not see Christ, we're nothing more than a social club. It will take sacrifice. It will take love. It will take patience. It will take an obsession with God's glory. When the world looks specifically, I mean specifically here at Orrville Baptist, right here in Anderson, when the world looks at us, they must see the Son. They must see the one who has gone before us. They must see the Savior, the one who has laid his life down in a love that we can't express or fathom on the cross. And brothers and sisters, if we are called to be like Christ, we too are called to live in that same type of sacrificial manner. We're ramping up. These things are coming all throughout the book of Acts, over and over again. Unity, strength, power, might, Christ at work. Remember what happened with the apostles? They said, "Stop doing this in the name of Christ. You do it again, we're going to do some bad things to you. It's coming." Next week, we begin to see those promises become more and more true. There's a great, big drama unfolding in the book that we're going through. All the while, no matter what threat may be given, no matter what kind of empty promise may be given from the outside world, the most important thing the New Testament church was showing Christ in every aspect of life. The same thing we want to do right here at